Namaste, angels. Today I'm here to do a client reading for one of my clients. It's like a virtual friend. I mean, I consider a lot of you guys virtual friends, but she and I actually talk on YouTube. I do have a couple of those too that I talk to most often, like Taylor and April and um, Mary. I mean, it's a bunch. I don't want to. I don't want to forget anybody. Um, but she would. This one would certainly be one of them. We never met, but I know her from YouTube and from my videos. So I'm happy to be here to um, give her some help today. Beginning with the cross and the energy of birth, and opening to balance. In this card, balance. In this picture, we see a young man. He's crying. Um, because he can feel it, that he's like off center. Birth is back. And maybe because he's holding on to some fear and or ego, that would do it. Birth is back. Opening to earth connection. Just about the need to, basically to pretty much get grounded. Which can also have to do with a person feeling imbalanced. And one way that many of us have healed an imbalance or will in the future is by getting in touch again with that inner child within us. In some cases, that inner child is hurt. In some cases, that inner child, feels forgotten. There's all kinds of different things, but we have to get back in touch with them and, just come back down to earth, get grounded. Birth is back. I'll go one more. It's love. How awesome is that? Cut. Inner child is back. So I would say inner child is somebody that's waiting for the masculine and or feminine to get back in contact with, for it to have shown up here again. After I went through all the cutting and everything, here comes this inner child again. Also, I knew I would forget people if I tried to name some. Claire, I talk to Claire like all the time too. But there's a bunch of you again. So the overall energy here is listening. And you see it's a female here, nude, sort of bare, nothing around but her and the universe. She's like floating, in the, amongst the stars. And there's one shining on her. Only yellow and white, and orange and purple light, like positive. Nothing dark. And maybe that's why she's let go of her fear. She's open to being vulnerable to it. And there's Raphael behind me too. I guess maybe because I'm talking about healing. Yeah, she's open to being healed by it. And this is what you and or the masculine in this case need to be open to doing as well. Just getting vulnerable, completely bare, completely exposed to the universe. Okay, this would be you, your sentiments about yourself, what you need to do. It could be your higher self wanting to talk to you. The masculine with relation to you, with relation to himself, the union. Overall, the outcome, what the masculine would have you sacrifice, what he is willing to sacrifice himself, what the universe would have the two of you sacrifice, representing the positions for me of Jesus' mother, among the cross, Jesus' mother, another Mary, Mary, the mother of James and Joseph, and here yet another Mary. It's Mary Magdalene. Miracles. So you have faith, you have confidence. This is a beautiful card to start with. This is how you're feeling about you. Like, even if things don't look like they're going to work necessarily all the time, you believe that things happen, like in the blink of an eye. And that's good because they do. Especially when we believe. what the masculine is feeling about you. This is interesting. But I think he's wanting you, similar to what I was just saying before with the other card. He's wanting you to get bare. Maybe there's some stuff you've kept hidden. You've kept yourself very private in the times when you know, have connected. He wants to see like less superficial, more beneath the layers, more surrender, more vulnerability, basically, from you. About himself, he knows he needs to get grounded. That other card that we saw may have been about him, but he knows he needs to get out. At least his higher self knows. He needs to get out and get in touch with the universe and allow it to heal him. You know, doing some meditation, just connecting. And now's a great time to do that during the, you know, season, so to speak, of Taurus is an awesome time to do that. About the union, he wants the union bare and vulnerable too, before the universe, and allowing itself to be healed as a whole, as a unit, the two of you. And you see here there's like specific chakra points through which these rays of light are going. They're healing specific areas, the throat chakra, so you guys can learn to speak up for yourselves. The third eye chakra, the crown chakra, the sacral. See these little orbs and things down here. This is preparation, you know, for coming together, certainly. Overall, Earth connection. See? The cards always bring them, so they always connect. No pun intended. The outcome is blessings from Mother Mary. That's super awesome. Especially here with miracles as well. That's really pretty awesome. What does she want you to do, though? Or what does the masculine want you to do? Is let go of the old so that you can receive the new. Maybe so the new, maybe started out with that birth card, the energy of birth. Maybe letting go, let some things die so that there can be birth in your life. You're still holding on to something. It's in the energy. And I don't know if the masculine can feel it per se in the 3D. But outside of that, he certainly can. Like it's a barrier to your connection. Aww. He's willing to like sacrifice his pride, basically, and seek forgiveness and offer forgiveness too. That is so beautiful. And you have, you know, like another variation or vibration of Mary, basically, opposite her, next to her. Here we have Mary and we have Kuan Yin. You know, both these virgin goddesses. Here, this is really awesome. The universe would like the two of you to cut the crap, basically, and, you know, just both of you to sacrifice your pride, let go of it, and be willing to come together. Maybe not necessarily one or the other waiting to be contacted. You know, well, he's got to call me. No, she's got to call me, or whatever the case is. You got to be willing. And the universe will allow for it, allow for miracles and other ways for you to come together once these things are here. When the energy is right, the two of you are to come together in sacred marriage. This is the Moon Tree card is all about sacred marriage. It is the marriage between heaven and earth. And it's also the marriage between two sacred beings. That's really beautiful. Lucky you. And now I'll do your spread, beginning with the Page of Fire. Maybe somebody's a Sagittarius. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous is the Page of Fire. It can also be a Leo or an Aries. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. And opening to the Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Page of Fire back. Opening now to another 9. We have the 9 of Fire, and now it's the 9 of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. This is about appreciation for the the universe's blessings, the blessings it bestows upon us. So that's an awesome card. Page of Fire back, and now it's the 4 of Earth. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money, or if you ask me, any kind of abundance, love, all of that can also be true. Or good business decisions and or giving to the less fortunate. Four of Earth back and opening to the Page of Earth. Somebody may be a Taurus. I was doing all that talking about Taurus and Earth connection and all that. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Scholarly, dependable, and patient. Also successful is the Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging and a new area of study. Maybe the financial news or benefits, abundance, comes from this opportunity that the Page of Fire started out with. Page of Earth is back. I'll go one more. It's the Chariot, which represents the sign of Cancer or other water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, and is here with Archangel Metatron. It's all about being in the driver's seat, victory and movement. Like something had been stagnant. It's finally moving. Transportation, modes of transportation, cars, taking flights, motivation. Finally desiring to get moving, so to speak. So many wonderful things. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, even public recognition. Page of Earth is back cut. And it's the Six of Air. Things are looking up. It's the end of a difficult situation. You may even be taking a trip. Maybe the trip is the reason why the modes of transportation showed up with the Chariot. And guess what's back? Or who's back? It's the Page of Fire. This is your overall energy. The masculine is the Lovers, representing the sign of Gemini or the air sign. Here with Archangel Raphael, to speak of him, he just passed by. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your options and your decisions. You have good health also. Surrounded by more air, it's the Star, representing the sign of Aquarius with Archangel Jophiel. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. And that Four of Earth is back. This could be the masculine having withheld something. And it could be about him thinking about it. That he's been cheap with something. Let's see. The feminine, the Ten of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. The 10 is one. All the water cards can have something to do with children. The 10 is one for me that, often does. The Ace, the 6, and the 10 could be about our family, whatever our family composition is, being happy, or good news, or happy times, fun times with our children, spending time with them, is all the kind of stuff I get from the 10 of Water. And speaking of water, the Chariot is also back. Important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, also public recognition. Maybe you guys are to get moving on, trying to contact one another, perhaps via the internet or something electronic. That's what the Star often says to me. And you got two air cards. Again, the air, all about communication. Gemini, the great communicators of the zodiac. That's what we're called. So when you see these, I think of reaching out, especially when you have cards like this, like the Chariot actually facing, and not only just facing, but charging toward the Star. It says perhaps communication to me. In the feminine subconscious, the Seven of Fire, defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Crowning, very nice. It's the Six of Fire. Victory. You got two cards of victory here crossing one another. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. And the Ace of Air at the root. Whoa. So this can certainly be about communication, not just communication like truth being dropped like a bomb. You know, brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation and a challenging beginning sometimes. I always say a beginning nonetheless. You know, I appreciate that. That's, again, we're going back to counting, you know, being thankful for the little blessings and everything that the universe provides. At the heart of the matter, it's the Five of Earth. And I saw so many fives for you when I was shuffling. I was happy they hadn't turned up, you know, as I was shuffling on camera. But when I was doing it by myself, I saw the Five of Air. I saw the Five. I started with the Five of Fire. That's the first one I opened to. That dang Five of Wands, which is like friends and you know, family members that want to fight us and stuff like that. It's crazy. Also Unity, which is basically the Hierophant. That's another five, though. I saw all of those, and now the Five of Earth. Fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment. So there certainly could be something financial, especially when you have the masculine here. Apparently, there's Raphael again. Thinking about financial matters, it would seem they're on his mind. And maybe he's been cheap. Maybe he's realizing that sort of sometimes like you have to bet on yourself, and like to get, you have to give, and you have to, you know, and be willing to invest in yourself. You know, make a wish on your lucky stars. Thank your lucky stars that you're able to, you know, even work or perhaps start your own business or something, and then, you know, support yourself in that venture. You got to be willing to do that. I think he's thinking about that. On another note, a more emotional note, the Five of Earth tends to say to me that there are like abandonment issues. Abandonment issues. And this is at the heart of the matter. So it's like we're framed by a lot of really awesome cards. The Lovers, the Six of Fire, the Ten of Water, the Chariot, Seven of Fire. But you know, I'm not going to complain. We're going to be thankful for the little blessings, right, in life. The Ace of Air, the Four of Earth even isn't bad. The Star, and then the Five of Earth. It's like womp womp, you know. Let's see. The Eight of Water. So I think it has to do with lack. And again, perhaps financial lack and being able to move on from that now, right? Our wishes are granted. Our prayers have been answered. Things are getting better. We're approaching victory, right? It's on the horizon. We can see it. We can feel it. We can taste it. We're just not there yet quite. But if we stand our ground, stay in our truth, we're going to get there. We've got all this victory here, which the Chariot, it's going to rush us there. You know, Spirit's going to give us a push to this other victory. So this is about moving forward, but also in an emotional sense, and there's Raphael again. In an emotional sense, it can be about, you know, wanting to move forward, again, getting back into the first spread and wanting to get into balance, right? Wanting to heal oneself, to become vulnerable, to surrender, to allow the universe to help to heal us. All of that can be associated with this here, with the Eight of Water showing up as a clarifier, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. For a dual message, the two of these cards together can certainly have to do, and also crossing the Ace of Air, can all really have to do with somebody also physically moving, perhaps to a new place. Maybe that was a wish. I wish I had a new home, or, you know, or something like that, and that coming through, because again, the Chariot can be about moving. This could be about moving. This is about new starts, new beginnings, and it's about victory. And so you're crowned by victory, rooted in victory, victory over here. This is basically victory too, because it's prayers answered. You've got your own cross going, you know, that I didn't have to make it. It sort of showed up here on its own. Next card is upside down anyway, but I was like just looking at it just to see, is there anything else I should pull? I'll go to the romance cards. We're beginning with passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And opening to romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So often after I do these readings, people say, "Oh my God, he called me the next day," or like, "I gotta tell you this." I hope I don't know why it's coming out of my mouth now. So hopefully that'll happen for you. Romantic feelings are back. And calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Calling in your soulmate now at the bottom. And opening to playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Which, if that page of fire, that's the overall energy, if this is really a Sagittarius, that's part of this union, maybe that should be easy to be playful. If this Lover's card is here because there's a Gemini involved, that should be easy to be playful. When I picked up the page of fire, I got to tell you what's near. All kinds of awesomeness. It's the Empress. She's in reverse though. The Empress with Archangel Gabriel. Some more Taurus, and also Libra. More air. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. We started with birth. Nurture yourself and others. This could be about being a mother. Again, connecting to the 10 of water, maybe. Underneath it, also in reverse, so facing in the same direction as the Empress, the 6 of water. I was just saying the 10, the 6, the ace, also all have to do with children, in my opinion. But not always. The 6 of water is also the soulmate card, the past life card of the tarot. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children and romanticizing the past. And underneath that is the Knight of Water, who's emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, and the need to balance emotions, maybe even an invitation to a social event. So all of this very near to you, and it goes back into the other direction when I get to the same, facing now the same direction as the page was, our overall energy, is the Knight of Fire. He is passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Wow. So not much negativity here at all. Really none. Like I said, the 7 of Fire is the only one that's like, because when you see it, you know it's a part of, the possible need to defend yourself. And so that's the only thing that's negative about it. Like, why do I got to defend myself? Obviously, somebody's trying to pop off, but there's no evidence of that here. Getting back to the playfulness. Sagittarians are, silly and youthful. So are Geminis. So are Virgos. So are Pisces. So all of those are a possibility with this spread. I don't know what you guys' signs are, but they could be those. I'll go one more. It's love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And now that's at the bottom. I see that card most often when we've been putting someone else ahead of us. That can always have to do with children too. Like sometimes we stay with their parent or something, even though we know we should not. We need to make a decision to not do that and stick to it. That's something the 7 of Fire could mean. But we do anyway. 4 time. I've come to soulmate. I started a little while ago with calling in your soulmate, right? And then I decided to go one more, and that's when I opened to that Love Yourself First. And now I'm back with soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Well, the overall energy that you ended up with, because I dropped another card at the last minute, was let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. But it was almost true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Let your friends help you. And it has a very interesting picture. It's like a bride allowing her friends to help her to prepare for the wedding. They're like her bridesmaids. They're like a flower girl here and stuff like that. Atop the lovers and Geminis that love to talk, or other air signs that love to talk, communicate rather, not necessarily talk, is heart to heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Because I had to correct that because Geminis are weird. I don't know if somebody in this union is one, but I'm one. And we don't really like to talk. I mean, I know that we're known for that, but we don't really like people. It's hard to explain. Um, Typically, we like humanity. And so Aquarians are the same way. Aquarians are known for like being very unique in that they'll go against the grain, against everybody to stand up for a cause, right? And so they're willing to speak for that. But as far as other stuff, not so much necessarily. We don't really like talking, but we do like to communicate and heal something. If there's a problem, or if we want to prevent a problem, we do like to, get that across however we can. And then the other thing about us, though, is that if it seems that the other people or person doesn't want to, then we're like, well, then, we do that kind of. And you might not hear from us. We can be very strange people. Anyway, here atop the star is another sign of that imbalance. It's unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Obviously, that's not a wish. He didn't wish to be in balance, so he's wishing to come back into balance, as we saw in the beginning. And his prayers will be answered. Look, and it has already, right here in this little spread. Here, there's not enough chemistry, and here's the chemistry, right here, atop the four of earth. There's a strong magnetic chemistry here, and magnetic attraction. Atop the 10 of water, maybe what's going to be contributory to your happy family is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. That's so sweet. Whoa. Maybe this is why I stopped to talk about wedding. Atop the chariot is wedding. This situation involves marriage. And Raphael's here again. Atop the 7 of fire, where we have to continue to stand our ground and defend ourselves and all that, is make the effort. Okay, so this card saying, keep the faith, stand up for your beliefs, all of that. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Crowning. Top the 6 of fire. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. But you know that already. You believe in miracles. Here atop the ace of air. What's the truth? Okay, the truth will set you free. The truth is there are real romantic feelings here. Crossing this unrequited love, just to show you that this doesn't really exist again. This is here because of imbalance. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And at the heart of the matter, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Very, very nice. Again, only one kind of negative card, and it has nothing to do with you, really. It's something that he has to work on. He has to work on his internal chemistry, his body's chemistry. And again, from the first spread, it appears that he knows that, or at least his higher self knows that. I'm going to go, and they just showed me drink more water. As I was trying to pick the cards up, these 3 fell away, revealing drink more water and Oshun. I don't know if that's for you or him or both. I mean, nobody gets hurt by it. We can all stand to drink more water always. So maybe you both want to do that. And I'm beginning with right, otherwise, in thought. Opening 2. Focus upon your strengths, says Apollo. And see the other person's point of view. Focus upon your strengths is back. Opening 2, flow of prosperity with Lakshmi. And the power of joy. Beautiful. Flow of prosperity goes really nicely with this earth energy being right here in the middle at the heart of things. Because it's another indicator of that any financial situation, material situation that had been stagnant and needing to get moved on. That's why the Chariot is here. Again, that's why the Eight of Water is here. And I've come to the power of joy. And yet again, I'm going to cut here. Choose peace. Back away from any drama that surrounds anything, but do defend yourself, as the Seven of Fire suggests. Wow, this is beautiful. Positive change with Parvati is your overall energy, which is also signified by the Chariot, right? It's like something was stuck before, it wasn't moving, and now it is. All of a sudden, it's positive change. The top heart-to-heart conversations and the lovers is freedom. So it's possible that there was a quote-unquote karmic, or is a quote-unquote karmic, like another factor, another person, perhaps romantic, doesn't necessarily have to be, but there's another person, I would think, based on the Lover's card, now being clarified, so to speak, with freedom. We have to let go of something or someone in order to reach this. A top, and it might be somebody that, like, he's living or loving or both. You like to please someone else, to appease someone else, and it's possible he's guided to, or it looks like he's being guided right now by Mother Mary to not do that, and that could be a reason for the imbalance. And maybe his prayers are being answered, that he's been asking for help to let go of this person or thing or whatever it is, and that finally coming through. Mother Mary saying, do you basically work to heal yourself and to live for yourself and to love for yourself and to enjoy your life. That's part of counting one's blessings, is being thankful that you woke up in the morning and that you do something, that is beneficial to you with that life that you were given. Wow. Here we go. Okay. He knows he's got this chemistry with somebody. I guess he knows he's been withholding love, and he doesn't want to anymore. He would like to share it. He can't fight it anymore. This is why. This is what's here in his mind. And look at the color, too. All of his cards are brown. Isn't that something? Here atop the reconciliation and the Ten of Water, and what I think means happy family. Now, this is going to be part of how your family becomes super happy, is Horus, to say, yep, you're seeing this situation accurately, and more brown. I wonder what this means for you, the color, because I feel like that means something too. Top wedding and the Chariot is let it go. It's possible too that this is having taken on a dual meaning. If you have an ex or something, and maybe they're the water sign, that's a possibility too. To let go of that energy. And this is the second time Kuan Yin has been here in your reading. She was here before opposite Mary, and now she's here with let it go. Top, make the effort. And the Seven of Fire, where you're guided to stay focused, is Kathumi, saying yet again, stay focused. Be prepared, and at the ready to defend yourself should you need to. Top, stay optimistic about your love life. And the Six of Fire, which is all about victory, having that soldier returning, having won the fight, is detached from drama. So this is the fight, maybe. And maybe perhaps the way we get victorious, or we are victorious in that fight, is by walking away from it. And I think the masculine being guided to do that, just to walk toward freedom and away from whatever foolishness he has got going on. And the same thing for you. Both of these will be crossing this detached from drama. At the root, mother, wife, sister, daughter, with Lady Nada. This is here atop romantic feelings and the Ace of Air. There could be something we have to face, and maybe this is where some of the abandonment issues come from. Somebody's mother not acting right. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that could be something. Um, that's like the truth, and it's a block that like we have to heal this or whatever. Um, and the way that we can heal these things again is by repairing the relationships or walking away from them. Sometimes you just have to detach from drama, like it says in your crowning card. Okay, you're rooted in this mother, wife, sister, daughter, but you are crowned with this. And sometimes, regardless of who people are, because of, our need to put ourselves first and then our unions and everything like that, we got to walk away from certain people we never thought we would sometimes. At the heart of the matter, atop this could be the one, and the Eight of Water and wanting to move on in a positive direction away from any foolishness is take charge of this situation and Moses. Very, very nice. The Universal Love Oracle says to the masculine, transmutation. So the universe wanting to help him to heal too, and they are here to heal. You got more naked, like nude, goddess. This is all about, just full exposure to the universe. Being completely vulnerable, full surrender, so that it can be a healing force to you. And you see how this being here is like rising from the ashes, like the phoenix. That is how the masculine will be too. When he does it, just allow and nurture himself for the sake of his freedom and this divine union that he has going on, that he's coming to realization. Soulmate for you. You got twin flame, you got soulmate, you had the sacred marriage card before. So hopefully you have enough confirmation too. If you ever wonder, like, am I doing the right things? Is this the right person or whatever? The answer is yes. For the masculine, some rest and recovery, maybe some meditation that could help him to get balanced too. Time to rest or take a vacation. Vacation could have something to do with the movement. A break or something that may help him. Allow more time before making a decision. And the decision could, again, have something to do with the Lover's card. Lover's card can very well be about a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So I don't mean the Lover's card isn't here because of you guys being in love. That could just be another beautiful card for you. But also like a dual meaning of there could be a decision that has to be made. And here's more evidence that may be the case. He should meditate first before trying to do it. You get some rest in the meantime. You've got all this reconfirmation. Now chill out. Because right now what you're doing is like manifesting potential negativity into your life. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. From the romance angels to the masculine, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So he needs to be more optimistic. I think he feels stuck. He doesn't see necessarily the miracles the way that you do. And, the way that the universe just sort of opens up like it is here. And allows us, just like helps us to float away, Calgon, take me away type of thing. He needs to keep that in mind and to trust that that's what happens. And you need to keep an open mind too, apparently. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. He might not be the same kind of guy that you would have gone for in the past, or that you have gone for in the past. But you know what? Who cares? Defend your decisions. That's your man. That's your love. That's your life. That's your business. Do you? To the masculine, he's got more brown card energy. Thought says right. This could be a note. Maybe this is the way, again, the main means of communication. This can be connected to this Aquarius card, and maybe writing an email, writing a text, writing a card or something and sending it to you. Writing down his feelings, writing down his thoughts. That could be a means of meditation, a means of therapy, helping him to come back into balance. All of those meanings possible. And lastly for you, ants in your pants. In that case, I hope you guys do come together soon, at least, enough time, long enough to handle this. I hope that you find this reading helpful, dear. Namaste, Angel.